failure to liquidate at demand bago maging prima facie. Tama po ba?
Yes po, based on the provision po.
But the provision simply cites what? Ano po yung basis ng 8.3?
The jurisprudence po, Your Honor.
Hindi lang jurisprudence, hindi ba? Kino-quote ng jurisprudence ng Martinez ang Article 217 ng Revised Penal Code for malversation. If you read Martinez, that's the jurisprudence cited by 8.3.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung Martinez case po.
Yun po yung nakalagay na kaso sa ilalim ng 8.3 na sinasite nyo po mula nung simula pa kayo magtestigo. Nakasad po yun doon. Gusto nyo tingnan.
May I
Kindly
refer po?
give him the joint memorandum circular which he has been quoting from since the beginning. You've been quoting 8.3 the whole day yesterday and today, so I guess you should know the basis. The Martinez ruling of the Supreme Court, which in turn only cited Article 217 of the Revised Penal Code. Are you aware of that, Attorney Wamil? Which basically says na may prima facie para mag-file ng information ng Sandigan Bayan laban sa isang opisyal. Yan po yung kasong yan, hindi po ba? Are you familiar?
Hindi ko na po
Before I
ma-recall
let
po,
you
Your
go,
Honor.
Attorney Wamil, just to continue in the points I raised earlier, and to clarify it for the senator judges, under 8.3, dapat may failure to liquidate at demand bago maging prima facie. Tama po ba?
Yes po, based on the provision po.
But the provision simply cites what? Ano po yung basis ng 8.3?
The jurisprudence po, Your Honor.
Hindi lang jurisprudence, hindi ba? Kino-quote ng jurisprudence ng Martinez ang Article 217 ng Revised Penal Code for malversation. If you read Martinez, that's the jurisprudence cited by 8.3.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung Martinez case po.
Yun po yung nakalagay na kaso sa ilalim ng 8.3 na sinasite nyo po mula nung simula pa kayo magtestigo. Nakasad po yun doon. Gusto nyo tingnan.
May I
Kindly
refer po?
give him the joint memorandum circular which he has been quoting from since the beginning.
Based on this provision po, yes po, Your Honor.
You've been quoting 8.3 the whole day yesterday and today, so I guess you should know the basis. The Martinez ruling of the Supreme Court, which in turn only cited Article 217 of the Revised Penal Code. Are you aware of that, Attorney Wamil? Which basically says na may prima facie para mag-file ng information ng Sandigan Bayan laban sa isang opisyal. Yan po yung kasong yan, hindi po ba? Are you familiar?
Hindi ko na po ma-recall po, Your Honor.
Now, to go to the details, failure to liquidate. Pag may AOM po bang in-issue, failure to liquidate na yon? Yes or no?
No pa po.
Pag nakadalawang AOM, failure to liquidate po ba yon? Hindi pa rin.
Hindi pa rin po.
Pangatlo hanggang panglimang AOM na kulang pa rin yung sinasubmit, may failure to liquidate na po ba? Wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin po.
Pag nag-notice of suspension, may failure to liquidate na po ba? May failure to liquidate na po ba sa inyong interpretasyon? Dahil auditor naman kayo, kapag ka nag-issue na ng notice of suspension.
Based on the definition po kasi yung notice of suspension, nakalagay po doon na it appears that the disbursement is illegal, irregular, or improper. So,
It appears, but is it within the purview and definition of failure to liquidate according to your interpretation? Failure to liquidate na po ba yun? Hindi pa.
yes po, Your Honor, failure to liquidate.
Sa pananaw nyo, pag may notice of suspension, failure to liquidate na. Notice of disallowance, failure to liquidate?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Ngayon, failure to liquidate pa lang po tayo. Kailan nagiging final yung mga yan? Failure to liquidate. Yung finding na failure to liquidate.
Kapag nag-appeal po and then nagkaroon po ng resolution si Commission Proper at nagkaroon po ng final decision.
Final and executory na po siya immediately or after X days?
Pag nag-final decision na po, yes po, final and executory na po siya kaagad.
Immediately?
Yes po, pag naglabas po ng decision si Commission Proper, yes po.
Paano po pag inapila sa Korte Suprema?
Ang basis naman po ang ground naman po nung petition for certiorari is a grave abuse of discretion.
So,
Pero ang nakalagay po sa aming rules po kasi from the moment na magkaroon ng final decision, pwede na po siyang i-refer to the Office of the Ombudsman for the filing of the criminal
hindi ko
charge.
sinasabing pwede nang i-refer o hindi. Hindi ko rin sinasabing bawal maging subject matter ng impeachment. Ang tinatanong ko lang po, final na po ba yon? Meaning may failure to liquidate na at final na yung finding na yon o hindi pa kapag inapila sa Korte Suprema? As a lawyer, Attorney Wamil, come on.
Po. Kasi based on my understanding po, since yung final, kapag nag-issue po ng final order si Commission Proper ng COA, since yun na po yung time na pwede mag-file ng charges, na criminal charge, mag-endorse po for the filing of criminal
Hindi
charges.
po
sa
filing ang
Ombudsman.
tinatanong ko. Ang tinatanong ko kung final na po o hindi sa pananaw ninyo. Ang usapan natin kanina, nung tinanong ko kayo, di ba?
Yes po.
Executory siya, maliban na lang kung may TRO, pero hindi
Yes,
pa final yung decision.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Pero tama ka, pwede mag-file dahil ang requirement lamang naman para mag-file ay prima facie.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yun nga yung sinasite yung kaso sa Martinez.
Yes po.
At kaugnay naman po ng demand, ang AUM ba may demand?
Yes po, since ni-require po yung agency to comply, to submit.
Yung po ba yung sinasabing demand sa 8.3? Mag-comply o magbayad? Hindi po ba ang requirement ng 8.3 ay mag-restitute na, hindi mag-comply?
Ang nakalagay po kasi dito, liquidate po. So yung submission po ng liquidation requirements.
Nakalagay po ay failure to liquidate is prima facie. Failure to liquidate and upon due demand is prima facie. Di ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
May demand ka ba sa AUM mo?
Yes po.
Saan nakalagay dun? Saan po nakalagay sa AUM yung demand?
Doon sa last paragraph po na hinihingi yung comments and to submit po the supporting documents.
So hindi restitution yung pinag-uusapan natin nito. Demand to submit documents.
Yes po. Yung restitution po, Your Honor, kapag may ND po, may notice of disallowance na na-issue.
So basta may demand, so sa AUM mo may demand na pero wala pang failure to liquidate. At ang definition mo ng demand is demand to liquidate, hindi
To
po
submit the
mag-restitute.
documents po. Yes po, Your Honor.
Tama po.
Yes po, Your Honor.
So sa puntong ito, sabi mo may alam kang notice of disallowance na kung walang appeal ito, final na yon pag hindi pumasok sa period of appeal.
Yes po, naging final na executory po siya, Your Honor.
Finally, as a lawyer, if it is appealed to the Supreme Court under whatever relevant rule, 45 or 65, as a lawyer, does that make the decision of the COA final, or does that mean it's not yet final until unless ruled upon by the court with finality?
Yung decision po kasi ng COA ay may different aspects. Meron po yung i-restitute, kung i-endorse po dun sa Ombudsman for filing of criminal charges and admin. Yung obligation to restitute po kasi kapag naging final na po, on the level pa lang po ng COA, ay dapat na po siyang bayaran. Even if there is a pending petition with the Supreme Court, hindi po siya may stay unless may TRO po.
Unless nga may TRO.
Yes po, Your
Attorney
Honor.
Wamel, you read the notice of suspension earlier and you gave what amount again? Can you kindly give him a copy? Counsel for prosecutors? Uy, Anika, yun meantime.
Sa payment of rewards po, yung total is 59,787,000 pesos po.
You're referring to page 1 of the December 13 notice of suspension that you prepared.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Can you total it again for me, please, sir?
The payment of rewards po.
I totaled it and your total is wrong. Kindly total the figures that you wrote there.
Yes, sir. It was a typo error po. 69,787,000 pesos.
Ang dami namang nagkamaling numero doon. From 59,787,000, ang tamang total is 69,837,000.
Yes po, Your Honor.
But the figure you mentioned earlier was what was written here. How did you know that it was wrong, a typo, and now you're giving us the correct figures?
Kasi yung 10 million po, Your Honor, hindi na-add dun sa total amount. 10 million po ng payment of reward payment.
Pangalawa po, yung subsequent issuances Binabanggit po 69 million na, pero yung detalye, hindi na po 10.5 million, 10 million na. Ano ba talaga?
Can you repeat your question po, Your Honor? Sorry.
Nakalagay po dyan 10.5 million, 10.05 million. Hindi po ba yung rewards? Yung
Yes
reward
po.
payment? Yung subsequent documents issued by COA already refer to it as only 10 million. Anong pagkakaiba yun?
What subsequent document po, Your Honor, yung tinutukoy niyo?
I'm referring to the notice of disallowance later on and the documents mentioned also in subsequent articles, in subsequent documents.
Wala na po akong personal knowledge about the notice of disallowance po, Your Honor.
So ba't na-correct yun? Yung 10 million, yung 10.05 naging 10 million na lang. You wouldn't know?
I wouldn't know po, Your Honor.
In relation to the question of Senator Judge Soto, he said how much is the total that were provided for. You gave a total. In relation to the question of Senator Judge Villanueva, ano ba yung pinakaiba? Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you were aware of a notice of disallowance.
Yes po.
How much was the notice of disallowance? Ano yung dinisallow out of the 125?
Sa pagkakalala ko, around 73 million pesos po, Your Honor.
So out of 125 million, 73 million lang yung finally dinisallow ng COA dun sa notice of disallowance. Yung balanse, inoke niya.
Ang makakasagot po niya, Your Honor, yung next witness po. Since,
No, if you're familiar with the notices of disallowance, you testified, Attorney Wamil, that AOM, notice of suspension, notice of disallowance. So sa dulo, pag iba na yung amount na nakalagay doon, marami nagtanong kanina, yung dinisallow lang ultimately is only 73.287 million. Posibleng magbago talaga yun, di ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
So yung AOM mo, yung kabuuan ng 125, yung AOM mo pangalawa, kabuuan ng 125, yung notice of disallowance mo, ay yung notice of suspension mo, kabuuan ng 125, pero posibleng iba na ang amount ng notice of disallowance rather.
Yes po. Depending on the evaluation po kasi yun nung nag-audit po.
Now, one final question for this round as well. Let's focus on the failure to liquidate and notice of demand. Yung AOM po ba may failure of to liquidate na at notice of demand na? Wala pa. I'm citing paragraph 8.3 of the IJMC.
Kapag AOM po kasi,
Yes or no?
wala pa po. Yun po, yung AOM po kasi yung parang kinukonsider namin as demand po, Your Honor.
So, wala. Saan po nakalagay sa AOM na may demand kayo?
Kasi ni-require po namin sila na to comply with the submission po of the documents.
Attorney Wamil, there is a big difference because your notice of suspension, does it include the demand?
Pardon, Your Honor.
Does the notice of suspension include the demand to pay?
Wala pa po, Your Honor.
Isn't it correct na nandun lang sa notice of disallowance yun?
Based on the joint circular po, doon
Yes.
po ni-require po na mag-restitute.
Sa notice of disallowance na.
Yes.
Wala sa AOM, walang demand sa notice of suspension, sa notice of disallowance.
The demand to pay po, yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
So, when will the presumption come in? Under paragraph 8.3. Kung wala pang failure to liquidate, dahil hindi pa final, kung wala pa yung demand until notice of disallowance na hindi pa final, kailan po papasok yung presumption o prima facie dun sa 8.3?
Ang wording po kasi nung 8.3, Your Honor, failure to liquidate. So failure, kasama po dun yung failure to submit the documents. Hindi po kasama yung failure to pay kung ano man po yung dinedemand.
Nakalagay po doon, failure to liquidate upon demand.
Yes po. So ang sinasabi po doon ay isubmit yung complete documents with the ICPAW.
So, pag hiningi nyo at hindi pa nasasubmit, failure na yun sa palagay mo?
Yes sir, kasi ang sabi lang naman po is upon demand na hindi sila nakapag-liquidate po.
That is your interpretation, sir, correct? That is not found in the GMC.
Ang binibase ko lang po doon sa provision po ng GMC, Your Honor.
Sa interpretation mo nga ng GMC.
Yes po, Your Honor.